Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And this is a sight that the Dolphin fans are happy to see, the return of their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Unfortunate for Ryan Tannehill as the improvement was starting to develop in the NFL. 2 knee injuries in the last 2 seasons. The second one cost him all of 2017. Right now, if you watch the Dolphins, you believe as Ryan Tannehill goes, so do the Dolphins.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Let's go. Four down. Let's go.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They'll run with Drake. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here's Tannehill. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2, and most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Ready.
They'll run it again with Sims. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Jameis to throw it.
And third down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. They give him a gain of 38. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and when...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 42 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Sanders now to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. Sims. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Jameis on second down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he... should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll start the drive with Dre. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now it's Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. 1 quarter in the books here on a third. Thursday night. Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Oakland Raiders. On the return, Dwayne Washington. And now running right through. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 10th-year quarterback. This is his first season in his 30s. 30-year-old out of Georgia. It's Matthew Stafford.
One thing you ask for from your quarterback, improvement each and every season. You also ask for consistency. Matthew Stafford, 7 straight years, over 4,000 yards passing. He's still looking for that initial playoff victory during his tenure, but I think that he's been leading them towards it and has a chance to get it in the upcoming future.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They'll run it now out of the gun. A second nice move. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Stafford on first down. Wilson snags it left side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Luke Wilson from 6 yards away. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. Let's see if they can continue that in future drives. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that,
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. The man bringing them out and calling the shots under center will, of course, be Eli Manning in his 15th season now, the former #1 pick in 2004.
when you look at the numbers that Eli Manning posted in 2017, there's plenty of cause for concern. Lowest yards per completion of his career, fewest yards passes since 2008.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Manning throwing on second down. Incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. And the offensive starters for the New York Giants.
Great time to focus on a healthy group of pass catchers. How about Odell Beckham, Sterling Shepard, and Evan Ingram? Because health is the key for them. When they're right, they stack up against just about any threesome in the NFL. Two terrific wide receivers and a tight end that's hard to cover.
On third and long, it's Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Open man right side is Ingram, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. We're able to avoid him. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, amazingly in his 17th year now, Josh McCown.
And Josh McCown knows how to prepare, knows the ins and outs of playing the position. They're actually hoping they can squeeze another year of production out of him, but really where he'll be worth his weight in gold, mentoring Sam Darnold, the number 3 pick out of USC. They can get him on the field early with some tutoring from McCown. That's where McCown will earn his keep for the New York Jets.
This O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
McCown incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. McCown will try again on 2nd down. Completes it to Powell. And now running right through it. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a run. This is below Powell. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll go with a big bang, Crowell. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And inside the 20 before brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons called on Matt Bryant. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive,
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday.
all right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. On the return, Fitzgerald, Toussaint. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Their 36-year-old quarterback brings him out there. He'll be calling the shots in his 15th season now. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And when you just sit and look at the raw numbers, you actually kick back and nod in appreciation about the career Ben Roethlisberger has had. Went over 50,000 passing yards last year, 8th all-time. But what he wants more than anything, one more run at the Super Bowl where he's won twice previously.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and caused a lot of holes for their runners.
And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
No gain, and it's second down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On second down, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's third down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's gone. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. It's Joe Flacco leading them out, the leading passer in Raven franchise history in his 11th season now out of Delaware.
Throughout his career, he's been tough, hard-nosed, and certainly durable. Only 6 starts missed in his first 10 seasons and played 16 games 9 times.